Hebrews 10 and 35.
Go ahead.
Cast not away, therefore, your confidence, which hath great recompense and reward.
Cast not your confidence and great recompense and reward. So when we get paid back for our good works, we're going to have a reward for it. Go ahead.
For ye have need of patience.
Be patient in this walk. It's a long walk. It's a marathon. Read.
That shall, after ye have done the will of the Most High.
The will of the Most High. What's the will of the Most High? Everybody knows that. Keep the laws. Read.
Ye might receive the promise.
You might receive the promise from Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, the kingdom of heaven, the covenant, all that in Romans 9. Is that it? Go ahead.
For yet a little while, and he that shall come will come.
He that shall come will come is the house side. Go ahead.
And will not tarry.
Not going to tarry. The promises and the prophecies of the house side comes back. The rule of the earth will come.
Now the just shall live by faith.
Just live by faith. The Israelites.
But if any man draw back,
if any man turn back from this truth, read.
My soul shall have no pleasure in it.
Exactly. The Most High doesn't have pleasure in that man that turns away from this truth. Read.
But we are not of them who draw back unto perdition.
Exactly. We're not going to draw back to wickedness. Read.
But of them that believe to the saving of the soul.
Saving of the soul. Read. Read that part again.
But we are not of them who draw back.
Exactly. We're not going to draw back once we hear this word. Read.
To perdition. But of them that believe.
Go ahead.
To the saving of the soul.
Exactly. You believe this Bible and the prophecies and what's written before time for our learning, we're going to be saved, Lord willing. Try that number. Go ahead and bring that out.
This is the book of 1 Corinthians, chapter 9, verse 24.
Go ahead.
Know ye not that they which run in a race...
You got to run a race. Jesus said it's a marathon. What race is this? Go ahead.
Run all, but one receiveth the prize.
Yeah, everybody going to run, but one receives the prize like an Olympic track meet. One going to receive the gold medal. You come in second place, that's fulfilling, but we're going to run for this other another reward. Go ahead.
So run, that ye may obtain. Every man that striveth for the mastery,
go ahead,
Slakia, is temperate in all things.
Exactly, he's temperate in all things. He weigh everything in a balance. What's right and what's wrong, where you should go. Go ahead.
Now they that do it to obtain a corruptible crown.
You want to run it to obtain a corruptible crown, this worldly crown. You want to be on TV. You want to get millions of dollars. Hit the lottery. Go ahead.
But we, an uncorruptible crown.
Incorruptible crown is rulership. That's incorruptible. We have glorified bodies. We're going to be running around like Super Saiyan Blue. You know, go ahead.
I therefore run. Not as uncertainly.
Not as uncertain. We're not running uncertainly. We know what we're running for. We're doing this work for a purpose. Read.
That's right. So fight I, not as one that beateth the race.
Read that part again.
So fight I, not as one that beateth the air.
Yeah, don't fight when you beat in the air for no reason. You gotta fight for a purpose. Go ahead.
But I keep under my body. And bring it into subjection.
Bring it into subjection of what?
Least that any means, when I have preached to others, I myself should be cast away.
Exactly. You're preaching for no reason, like a Christian pastor. You think you're bringing people salvation, and that last day, the Most High goes, I never do. Or your house doesn't say I never do. Romans 15:1. Bring that out. Luke 21 and 19.
Luke 21 and 19. In your patience,
read.
Possess ye your souls.
Possess your souls in your patience. This is Yahushua's words. So, like you said, when you run a race, you gotta have a mind of what you're gonna run. You gotta have a particular pace you're gonna run at in the marathon. You gotta run 26 miles in, 2 hours, 3 hours. People gotta pace themselves. You train for months at a time to get a gold medal in the Olympics. But even if you cross the finish line, that's a goal to certain people because it's an achievement. Read that part again.
Luke 21:19. In your patience, possess your soul.
Exactly. Possess your soul. Don't go off. Don't turn back once you realize what the truth is. As Israelites, Black, Hispanic, Native Americans, the truth is our identity and our culture is in the Bible, and the heritage is our law. That's the main thing.
That's right.
Not going to church and giving pastor money to get a Benz. We got to please the Most High first. Bring that out.
This is the book of Romans, chapter 15, verse 1.
Go ahead.
We then that are strong
Uh-huh.
ought to bear infirmities of the weak.
Infirmary.
We that are strong ought to bear the infirmities of the weak,
Go ahead.
and not to please ourselves.
Uh-huh. Not to please ourselves. Read.
Let every one of us please his neighbor for his good to edification.
Go to 6. Read.
For even
Read that part again. Start from the top.
Con. We then that are strong ought to bear infirmities of the weak.
We bear infirmities of the weak. People that don't know the truth. We got to come out and labor for them and realize what's going on. Go ahead.
And not to please ourselves.
Not to please ourselves. Read.
Let every one of us please his neighbor for
Did you
his
have a
good
question?
edification.
Ma'am, do you have a question? You interested? Where are you from? Colombia? You speak Spanish better? You practice? Okay. Your father's from Colombia? You been in the States a long time? Yeah, you born here? You believe in the Bible? You don't know. What drew your attention to here? Okay. That guy? Who is that? Jesus? Jesus? How you know that's Jesus? You don't know? You see him in churches, right? You been in church? So that's how you know about Jesus, right? So you learn about Jesus in what? In the Biblios. Is that person here? Give me wisdom 14. What's that?
When I was in Colombia, I read the book, Biblia.
Bible.
But I never about it.
The picture of Christ. Yeah. So what makes you think that's him? How do you know that's him? How do you know that's Jesus?
¿Cómo sabe que este es Jesús?
I don't know.
Give you Revelation 1. You know why you think that's Jesus? We're going to bring it out. Read
¿Por qué
it.
están haciendo todo eso? No entiendo.
Donde tenemos que avisar a la gente quiénes somos nosotros somos los bíblicos israelitas, bueno, los morenos, los indígenas, los latinos. Nosotros somos los israelitas de Israel. Esa gente que está en Israel ahorita, ellos no son los mismos. Nosotros somos los mismos.
Ellos vinieron a nosotros para decirnos que nosotros somos colombianos o salvadoreños o como mexicanos, pero nosotros no llamamos esos antes que los españoles vinieron de España. Ellos vinieron acá para enseñarnos español. Ellos vinieron para enseñarnos esa imagen.
Ellos lo trajo esto.
A robar, ellos vinieron con esa imagen. A robar, matar a nuestra gente acá. Y eso porque nosotros estamos afuera para enseñar que Él no es Jesucristo. Toda esa iglesia no es cierto, no es verdad, y Dios no está con ellos. Y nosotros estamos leyendo la Biblia, que Jesucristo como Él es y como Él quiere nosotros que ser.
Asher, right?
Colombia, eso es un libro. Así dice en la Biblia, porque colombianos no está en la Biblia. Asher está en la Biblia.
Tiene sentido.
Ajá.
¿Y para qué? ¿Con qué propósito todo eso?
El propósito es para enseñar a nuestra gente que nosotros no somos, que ellos le llaman a nosotros mexicanos, salvadoreños. Eso nunca estaba esos nombres hasta ellos vinieron para enseñarnos eso. Nosotros no somos esos nombres.
¿Cómo les enseñaron a ser cristiano uno. Con la espada, ¿verdad?
Es interesante todo eso.
Tenemos clases en español ahí en ese papel.
No, a mí inglés. Chao, chicos, gracias. Bueno.
Okay. So, I'll watch it. I'll try to watch it.
Hey, Sam.
That's all good.
It was awesome. Give me a
Yeah,
call
look
back.
on her
I
face
was
like,
busy
wow.
on the job.
Yeah, once I tell them, they came over here.
Yeah. She knows some stuff. Yeah.
At first she was like, oh, okay. She's like, oh, that's true, they did come to this.
Yeah. That's powerful. She recognized that. Where is we at? Yeah, I was gonna bring it out, but it's all good. Get Romans 15. Second Timothy 3. 1 to 7. Yeah, go back to that. Yeah, man, the Northern Kingdom is coming awake slowly but surely. That sister knew a little bit about the history about the peace throwers and that crack on the sign. Hopefully she do even further research or whatnot and tell her family or whatnot. So go back to that. Start from the top again. 1 to 6.
This is the book of Romans, chapter 15, verse 1. We then, that are strong, ought to bear the infirmities of the weak,
Go ahead.
and not to pleasure ourselves. Let every one of us please his neighbor for his goods to edification.
Go ahead. The edification, build them up. I'm trying to build that sister. Go ahead.
For even Mashiach Yahushua pleased not himself,
He didn't please himself. He suffered for the whole nation. Read.
but as it is written,
Uh-huh.
the reproaches of them that reproach thee fell on me.
Exactly. The reproaches in that reproach fell on me. So we had to bear the burden of everybody else who's iniquity. Read.
For whoever things were written aforetime were written for our learning.
Exactly. Things written aforetime written for our learning. So 3,000 years ago, 3,500 years ago, the Bible was comprised. 3,500 years later, we're still reading the same book, learning and coming into the truth of its knowledge, and realize that the prophecies is coming to pass on who we are. Go ahead.
That we through patience and comfort of the scriptures
Patience and comfort of the scriptures. Read.
might have hope.
We might have hope, but we're not going to be in this hell no longer once the house come back.
That's right.
You got to run a race with patience and have a goal in mind. Read.
Now that God of patience
The God of patience. Read.
and consolation grant unto you to be the minded one towards another.
Read that part again.
Now that God of patience and consolation grant unto you to be the minded of one towards another,
Exactly. Minded one towards another. Go ahead.
according to Mashiach Yahushua.
Exactly. We got to treat each other like a house I told you to treat each other. If you want to turn the other cheek to a brother, I mean, that's what you're supposed to do. Love each other and don't treat each other like you don't know, you're not family for the most part. Black and Hispanics aren't together for the most part. We've been thinking, oh, there are other nations like Donald Trump wants to, separate, kids out of borders or whatnot, put them in cages, and send their parents over the border again and separate them from their kids. And meanwhile, they've molested the kids in Texas, left and right. It's madness.
That's right.
But they think, what's the dude? What's the prominent Pan-African dude? Dr. Umar. Dr. Umar gonna say, oh, we gotta have our own cause as Negroes. He thinks we're Africans first and foremost, but we're not African. Our land is in Africa, but we're Israelites. We're not African. We're not
That's
Hamites.
right.
So he wants to bring this whole commotion about, we need to build, Pan-African school, Afrocentric and whatnot, which is whatever.
Build a nation,
the
nations will be destroyed.
Yeah, he wants to build his own school in the nation. Like I said, it's not a problem for now, but it's like, hey, you got to have the right ideology. His ideology is Pan-Africanism. The Africans don't give a damn about us. Where the Africans at? How many Africans walk by in San Francisco? Where are they at? The Africans go through a course when they get to America, and they play tapes of Negroes and tell them to stay away from them. That's what they do. They get a crash course in who to stay away from in the country, which is the American Negro. And for Hamites in the hood, they congregate with each other still. But the point I was making is he's trying to separate the Hispanics and the Negroes from each other, acting like we're not the same people, when the Bible says different. And he knows damn well that the Bible's not the white man's book, but he tries to use it as a tool in a Christian pastor sense, because he thinks the church is the only people that teach the Bible, when the Israelites are the only people that are supposed to teach his Bible.
That's right.
But bring that out.
Verse 6.
Uh-huh.
That ye may with one mind and one mouth
Yeah, one mind and one mouth, read.
glorify Yahweh,
Yeah, glorify the Most High, read.
even the Father
Uh-huh.
of a Mashiach Yahushai.
Who?
Even the Father of a Mashiach Yahushai.
Exactly, even the Father. Yahushua didn't tell anybody to worship him. The church is talking about they want to praise Jesus. Like, that's not what he said at all. Nowhere in the Bible doesn't say to praise Jesus.
That's
We
right.
praise the Most High, the creator of everything, who created Yahushua.
That's right.
Is that it? No, it's
One
it.
more. Oh, yeah.
Go ahead. That's it, right?
That's the second.
No, it's one it. So yeah, man, this whole mission of Israelites waking up in this truth in the last days is to repent, turn back to these laws, realize who our enemy is. It's a damn devil, one of the damn sign chief, all the elites of the world, whether you're a heathen or not. Anyways, that dude's bugged out of his mind. But yeah, we gotta repent before it's too late, man. Like that.
Somebody got insurance? Single insurance?
Isaiah.
Single insurance?
No, we don't
No, I
smoke
need $70,000 for a single insurance.
I don't think we have 7,000.
Yeah. You should stop smoking cigarettes, bro.
You asking me for a cigarette and we got $70,000. What are you talking about? Face all beat up, 30.16. You was bugged out of their damn mind.
2 Timothy 3 and 1. This know also that in the last days
Last days, read.
perilous times shall come.
Perilous times, troubling times will come, read.
For men shall be lovers of their own self,
It's gonna be lovers of themselves. Whatever they got going on, they don't care about nobody else. Want to get over on you or not? Go ahead.
covetous,
Covetous.
boasters,
What's the covetous is a sin, read.
boasters, proud,
Proud, read.
blasphemers,
Blasphemers, go ahead.
disobedient to parents,
Go ahead. All sins, read.
unthankful, unholy,
Unholy, that's the chief thing. Unholy, read.
without natural affection,
Exactly, without natural affection. You want to be in sin and love the enemy instead of your own people, read.
truce breakers,
Truth breakers, read.
false accusers,
Go ahead.
incontinent, fierce,
Go ahead.
despisers of those that are good,
Exactly, you despise people that are good. What's good? The law says it's good. Go ahead.
traitors, heady,
Read.
high-minded, lovers of pleasures,
Exactly, loves and pleasures, read.
more than lovers of the Most High.
Exactly. You love yourselves and pleasures rather than loving the Most High. You want to do things that you can see. That's the main thing about faith. Get me that in Hebrews 11 real quick, actually. 11 and 1. Real quick. Hold Isaiah. So you want to love, you got it? 11 and 1. Go ahead, Dylan, bring it up. So,
Hebrews 11 and 1.
go ahead.
Now faith is the substance of things hoped for,
Exactly. Faith is something things to hope for, read.
the evidence
Uh-huh.
of things not seen.
Evidence of things not seen. You can't see the Most High. That's what people forgot about. If you go to church, this is false ideology how God's supposed to be, and it's rhetoric. It's not in the Bible. God's a balanced God. He's equal weight. He creates evil and good. He punishes people. He rewards people. There's nothing about all love in the Bible.
That's right.
Christ isn't even all love.
That's right.
You read all through the New Testament, there's judgment and judges and rebuke all throughout Yahushua's teachings. Is that it?
Yeah, so you just gotta,
Get what you got? 34 and 16. No. You read the second? Read what you just read.
2 Timothy 3 and 4. Traitors, heedy, high-minded lovers of pleasure,
Lovers of pleasures and what?
more than the lovers of the Most
Exactly.
High.
You love pleasures rather than loving the Most High. The Most High loves the nation of Israel, but instead of us following his ways and what he chose to do back in the ancient world, we want to love the pastor that tells us we're going to prosper in the world if we give him $100. That's madness, man. Go ahead.
Having a form of godliness,
Exactly. Go ahead.
but denying the power thereof.
Exactly. You have a form of godliness. The Christian church has a form of godliness, right? You go to church and clap and dance and sing and eat feasts together, but then you what?
From such turn away. Verse 5. Having a form of godliness,
Form of godliness. They praise God. They praise Jesus. Go ahead.
but denying the power thereof.
They just deny the power of God, because the power of God says if you follow God's commandments as Israelites, you'll be out of affliction. Go ahead.
From such turn away.
Uh-huh.
For of this sort
Go ahead.
are they which creep into houses,
Exactly. They creep in the houses. Pastors going to have Bible study in people's houses, right? What else they do?
and lead captive silly women
Exactly. They captive silly women, read,
laden with sin.
laden with sin. So they take advantage of people that don't know no better. Mainly women, because they're gullible. That's how Eve got the cow. She believed what instead of the Most High, what He told them to do, not eat the tree of knowledge and life. What did she do? She went to listen to somebody that's right in front of her that she can see physically, but instead of listening to the power of God. Yeah, read that part again.
For this sort are they which creep into houses
These pastors creep into houses and do what?
and lead captive silly women
Read.
laden with sins.
Exactly. What's the dude's name? Joshua Holmes? What you know Joshua? Have you heard of Joshua Holmes? You heard of Joshua Holmes before?
No.
A pretty boy with the jewelry, he like
Fake
running around.
pastor. Oh, no,
he's
I know
like
about
a
the
new
fake
pastor in Texas.
Like blue eyes.
Oh, yeah.
He's like a little pretty boy, whatnot. Talking
Like
about
Joel Osteen Part 2 or
yeah,
something.
exactly. He's black, he's a brother, you know, but he's leading all types of women that straight is infatuated with him.
Changing their last name.
Like
Yeah,
TD Jakes
exactly.
almost, huh?
Huh?
Almost like TD Jakes.
Well, he's not on that level, but
Oh.
he's prominent in the sense that women are just flocking to him because he's a pretty boy.
Yeah,
and he
yeah.
just deceived them, talking about, oh, just give me all your money. He's just doing all these fake miracles and all this other badness. But yeah, exactly, dancing for no reason. Like it's ridiculous, bro. Like it's just sick what our people have to put up with. But it's just it's ordained by God for the most part. But they gotta snap out of it. If they come by us, they're gonna wake up quick. You got that?
It's just, we're tripping how this is exactly what Pastor Judy
Exactly.
sneak into men's houses under women, man.
Exactly. Like they get the woman, and the man, you know, he wants to please his woman for the most part. Then they both go down the journey. They both get punished for it. Go ahead.
Led away with divers lusts.
Diverse lust. What's diverse lust? Different type of lust that you want. Oh, you can get this car, you can get this house, this person follow me, you'll be blessed. Read.
Ever learning.
Excuse me, where y'all from?
I'm from Houston.
Where?
Houston.
What about the brother right there?
I'm good.
Gotta repent, man.
Wickedness, man.
Yeah.
Wicked.
That's a homosexual.
Yeah.
You sure you want to fly? No.
Excuse me, can I ask you a question?
You got a question?
Moab.
Hey.
Ain't got no dogs in here, man. I'm like, I don't think this is for you, bro.
Moab was sitting there for a while too, just looking at his own.
That was straight.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah,
I went to
for sure.
the other brother because I heard him speaking in a different type of accent. I just wanted to see where he was from.
Brother, I'm all out of Spanish.
Go in my back part. Here, the back part. Here, right there. Go ahead.
Verse 7. Ever learning.
Never learned to do what?
Never able to come to the knowledge of the truth.
Yeah, you go to that Christian church, you ever learn from the pastor and all of them what he's talking about. He's getting all type of passionate speeches. All the pastor is a motivational speaker. That's all he is. He's not bringing salvation. He's not going through the scriptures, breaking down prophecies. Hey, man, I was just at my grandma's house, and my mom, you know, she's deep in Christianity. She's like, yeah, these people are prophesying. I'm like, how? There's a dude in back in the 80s, I guess. I guess he went up to the Christian pastor. Was like, yeah, you need to close your school down for like a year. And he was like, no, I'm not gonna do that because he was getting money. It was a Christian college, Bible college. And then she's like, yeah, here's the prophet. There you go.
You know, my mom,
Excuse me. Can I ask you a question, brother?
and then after that,
Brother with the cross, can I ask you a question? All right, man. Y'all gonna be destroyed, man, for that homosexual act. But anyway, yeah, I was saying basically, my mom's like, yeah, they're prophesying in the church. I'm like, how? She's like, yeah, he told the pastor to shut down his church. I guess come to find out he was like some child pornography and some madness. But he was like, yeah, people end up leaving school. I'm like, well, I mean, that's neither here nor there, because God can judge anybody for the most part. It's not a prophecy if God judges you. But it just so happened that he said it before it happened. Or my mom told me to say it before it happened. I'm like, all right, that's whatever. Huh? No, I don't know. She said it was in the 80s, so I'm like, all right, whatever. I'm like, I'm trying to look for it. I'm like, all right. And I'm like, well, if it's not coming out of the scriptures, like, I don't really give it to him. That's right. But at the same time, like, I gotta respect my mom. She just said it. I'm like, They're prophesying in the church, like really? Nothing with saying in the church is the Bible. But bring that out. Bring that last part out. It's just crazy.
Ever learning, never able to come to the knowledge of
Exactly. You ever learn from these Christian pastors, these chemists, Egyptologists, whatnot, more science, all that madness, that's not the truth. The truth is the Holy Scripture of the Bible. The only thing that has prophecy that's been proven over the course of time. Go ahead.
Psalms 119 and 142. That righteousness is an everlasting righteousness.
Go ahead.
And that law is the truth.
Exactly. The law is the truth. The whole truth of the whole world is supposed to be governing over the body of the world. And since we said we don't need that duty to do it. Our people got to come back and repent so we can judge the earth righteously under Hamashiach Yahushua.
That's right.
Bring that up. Bring that up.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 34, verse 16. Seek ye out of the book of the Lord and read.
Exactly, the book of the Lord, the Biblios, the Holy Bible, the Scriptures. The Old Testament, quote unquote, the Apocrypha, and the New Testament.
14, mission 2.
80 books that we're supposed to read on a daily basis. Read.
Read. No one of these things shall fail.
No one of these prophecies is going to fail. Read.
None shall make her mate.
None shall want her mate.
Want her mate. For my mouth, it had commanded.
Exactly. The Most High Yahweh's mouth commanded everything to be written down in this book for us to learn. Read.
And his spirit, it had gathered them.
Exactly. The spirit that gathered the people that will hear this word. Is that it? That's all I'm going to say. Psalms 101.
Psalm 64 and 1. Hear my voice.
Read.
Oh, power. In my prayer.
Go ahead. This is King David. Read.
Preserve my life.
Preserve my life in the what?
From fear of the enemy.
Exactly. From fear of the enemy. We don't fear the enemy no more because we know the truth now. We know what's going to come to pass. So we steadfast in the truth and in His law. We're going to be protected in that day. Read.
Hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked.
Exactly, the secret counsel of the wicked. What we just mentioned earlier, like quote unquote the elites and all that madness. They have these D20 summits, the Bilderberg group, quote unquote the all that garbage. Yeah, secret counsel gets stiff. Yes, we just read it in Psalm 83. Go ahead.
From the insurrection of the workers of iniquity.
Go ahead.
Who wet their tongue like a sword.
Exactly. Who wet their tongue like a sword? Who sharpened their tongue? Read.
And bend their bows to shoot their arrows.
Exactly. They bent their bows to shoot their arrows at us. Read. What? For what?
Even bitter words.
What's going to happen to them?
That they may shoot in secret at the perfect.
Exactly. No, shoot in secret at the perfect. People that keep these laws. Read.
Suddenly do they shoot at him and fear not.
Exactly. They shoot at us and fear not. They have a cop shoot us down for years, on top of years. They get away with murder on a daily basis. Give me that Psalm 73.
They encourage themselves in an evil manner.
Yeah, they encourage themselves in an evil manner. What's an evil manner? The things that they put on us. They encourage themselves. They know we're going off as a nation. And they know exactly what the Bible says. If we repent, if that repentance turns out to the law, the kingdom finished. That's what we hasten it for. Read.
They commune of laid snares privily.
Exactly. They commune of laid snares. She's not an Israelite, bro. That's not an Israelite. That's Elon.
That's Elon?
They say, who shall see this?
Exactly. At least say, who's going to see their wickedness? All these quiet, ceremonies and underground military bases that they have all these rituals and all this other garbage and playing our demise. Go ahead. Who's going to see that? But the Most High don't see it. What's going to happen? Read.
They search out iniquity.
Yeah, they search out iniquity. They find ways to do evil and wickedness. Those probably never mind. I don't know.
That was Latino?
Look like some Kim K's.
Yeah, exactly. Some Armenians.
Oh, man.
They search out iniquity. They accomplish a diligent search.
Yeah,
They search out iniquity. They accomplish a diligent search.
Exactly. Diligent search. Read.
Both the inward thought of every one of them.
They are probably these evil people that conjure up wickedness. Read.
And the heart is deep. But the Most High shall shoot at them.
Exactly. The Most High gonna do what?
Shoot at them.
What are you gonna shoot at them with? Who knows? Thermonuclear missiles. Go ahead.
With an arrow.
Go ahead with the what?
Arrow.
How the Most High gonna shoot at somebody with an arrow? They gonna send missiles on this place.
That's
Read.
right.
Suddenly shall they be wounded.
Exactly. So they're going to be wounded. America's going to be burnt up. Read.
They shall make their own tongue to fall upon
Exactly. They
themselves.
make their own tongue to fall upon themselves. They want to build up nuclear weapons. Hey, they're going to get destroyed by that same mechanism. Read.
All that see them shall flee away.
All that seed going to flee away. Read.
All men shall fear
Go ahead.
and shall declare the word of the Most High.
Exactly. Declare the work of the Most High. So the Most High gave the decree to make that weapon. Go ahead.
For they shall wisely consider of his doing.
Once again.
For they shall wisely consider of his doing. The righteous shall be glad in the Most High,
Exactly. The righteous is going to be glad the Most High for destroying this place. Read.
and shall trust in him.
Exactly. We're going to trust in the Most High because we know the prophecy is going to come to pass. We stand fast in his law. Like I said in First Corinthians, we brought out earlier, it's a race. We got to pace ourselves in that race, in that walk. Realize what we're running for. Go ahead.
And all the upright in heart shall glory.
Exactly. All the upright in heart will glory when this place gets destroyed. You know what that's at? You got to think about it. Bring that out.
This is the book of Psalms, chapter 73, verse 8. They are corrupt.
Read it again. Bring it out.
They are corrupt.
They are corrupt. The wickedness of the white man is corrupt. Read.
And speak wickedly concerning
They
oppression.
speak wickedly concerning the president. They have all these meetings at Psalm 33, all these other UN countries. They conjure up plans to keep us oppressed, to keep us blind to the fact that we're Israelites and God chose the people and the rightful rulers of the entire planet. Read.
They speak lawfully.
They speak lawfully, proudly. Read.
They set their mouth against the heavens,
Yeah, they set their mouth against God. Read.
and their tongue walketh through the earth.
Yeah, their tongue walking the earth. All their philosophy has been spread about the earth for the last 500 years. Is that it? Get Psalms 101 and 1. Read it to 8. Go ahead.
This is the book of Psalms, chapter 101, verse 1.
Uh-huh.
I will sing of mercy and judgment unto thee, O Lord.
Read.
I will behave myself wisely in a perfect way.
Exactly. I'm going to behave myself wisely in a perfect way, which means following the laws, statutes, and commandments. Read. Which is wisdom. Read.
Oh, when wilt thou come unto me?
Exactly. When the Most High don't come up to us. Read.
I will walk within my house with a perfect heart.
Go ahead. The perfect mindset. Read.
I will set no wicked thing before mine eyes.
Go ahead.
I will hate the work of them that turn aside.
Read that part again.
I will hate the work of them that turn
I'm
aside.
going to hate the work of that turn aside. Go ahead and try to steer us away from this knowledge. Read.
It shall not cleave to me.
Exactly. It's not going to cleave us. That wicked work that you want to have put on us in ideology and all this other madness of TV shows and radio and movies to try to indoctrinate us in church, that's not going to cling unto us. Read.
A forward heart shall depart from me.
Go ahead.
I will not know a wicked person.
Go ahead.
Whoso privily slandereth his neighbor,
Who shall privilege slander his neighbor? Read.
him will I cut off.
I'm going to cut him off from the sense of Most High.
Him
We're not
that
going to slander nobody that's an Israelite for no reason. We can rebuke them and build them up. That's what it says. We're not going to slander them and lie on that person. Read.
him that hath a high look and a proud heart,
Exactly. Go ahead.
will I suffer?
Read that part again.
Will not I suffer?
Will not I suffer? I'm going to look into it. Read.
Mine eyes shall be upon the faithful of the land,
Exactly. You're going to be upon the faithful land. People that have faith in the Son and Mashiach Yahushua. Go ahead.
that they may dwell with me. He that walketh in a perfect way,
Exactly. He that walketh in a perfect way. That's perfect again. Talking about the laws. Read.
he shall serve me.
He's going to serve me. We're going to serve the Most High in fear and in truth.
That's right.
Read. Is that it?
That's it.
That's what, 8? Go to 8.
He that worketh deceit
He that worketh deceit, read.
shall not dwell within my house.
Yeah, you're not going to dwell in the Most High's house, read.
He that telleth lies
Uh-huh.
shall not tarry in my sight.
Yeah, you're not going to tarry in this house. You're going to get about the way, read.
I will early destroy all the wicked of the land,
Uh-huh. You're going to destroy all the wicked Israelites, read.
that I may cut off all wicked doers from the city of the Lord.
Exactly. All the evildoers going to get purged out, like I said in Isaiah 65. Ezekiel, I think that's Ezekiel 32. Or Ezekiel 20, my bad. Before that new covenant gets taking place. You're going to listen to the words, you're going to hear it, hey, you're going to walk in with us. If not, you're going to be destroyed before you walk into the Most High's land with that wicked heart. You're going to have to be reborn in the kingdom righteously. Go ahead. 146 to 13.
Psalms 140 and 6.
Rock 4 and 4. Read.
I said unto Yahweh,
Read.
thou art my power.
Uh-huh.
Hear the voice of my supplications, O Yahweh.
Exactly. Hear the voice of our supplications.
my salvation.
Exactly. The strength of our salvation, read.
Thou hast covered my head
Uh-huh.
in the day of battle.
Exactly. You covered our head in the day of battle. You protect us in that day, read.
Grant not, O Yahweh, the desires of the wicked.
Exactly. Don't grant the desires of the wicked, read.
Further, not the wicked device.
Read that part again.
Further, not the wicked
read-
device. Verse 8, grant not, O Yahweh,
Uh-huh.
the desires of the wicked.
Exactly. The desires of the wicked. What we just read earlier. Psalms 83, all the plot and the plan things to do against us. He's not going to grant them type of things and the destruction for us. Because I think we're going to get into it later. I don't want to spoil it, but keep reading.
Further, not his wicked device,
Uh-huh.
lest they exalt themselves.
Exactly. Don't further their wicked device, lest they exalt themselves even further. Read.
As for the head of those
Uh-huh.
that compass me
Exactly. Go ahead.
about,
Uh-huh.
let the mischief of their own lips cover them.
Exactly. Let them miss their own list cover. Let them be in their own mission. So they want to plan against us. The Most High going to turn it around on them eventually. Read.
Let burning coals fall upon them.
Uh-huh.
Let them be cast into the fires,
Exactly. It's cast to the fire. It's going to be the lake of fire eventually. Go ahead.
into deep pits,
Uh-huh. Deep pit. Death. Read.
that they rise not up again.
Uh-huh.
Let not an evil speaker be established in the earth.
Exactly. Don't let an evil speaker be established in the earth. Read.
Evil shall hunt the violent man to overthrow him.
Exactly. Evil going to hunt the violent man to overthrow him. So this white man going to be destroyed. That's right. Evil will be violent towards us. Read.
I know that the Yahweh will maintain the cause of the afflicted.
Exactly. He's going to maintain our cause. We're in afflicted for the last 500 years. So if we come back to this truth, that's our cause. Trying to get the land of Israel back. We're going to get it back, Lord. That's right. Read.
In the right of the poor,
Uh-huh.
surely the righteous shall give thanks unto thy name.
Exactly. We're going to give thanks to Yahweh. Read.
Upright shall dwell in thy presence.
Exactly. Upright shall dwell in our presence. Go ahead. Give me Sirach 4:4.
Come. This is the book of Sirach, chapter 4, verse 4.
Read.
Reject not the supplication of the afflicted.
Exactly. Reject not the supplication of the afflicted. So when Israelites come to us, they're in pain and want to plead their cause and what they're going through, you got to hear them out. See what you can do to help them. Whether they're in the truth or not. Read.
Neither turn away thy face from a poor man.
Exactly. Don't turn your face away from the poor man. But it also says later on in Sirach, give it to a godly man. So you don't got to help him out per se. But you can give him words of wisdom to turn from that wickedness to cause them to be pleading their case to you. Read.
Turn not away thine eye from the needy,
Go ahead.
and give him none occasion to curse thee.
Exactly. Don't give him the case of curses. If he asks you for help, you can help. That's fine. But if you want to come here and ask me for a cigarette, no, that's not going to happen. But that idiot that just walked up here, I got $70 million, but $70,000, but I'm asking you for a cigarette.
Mind you, my sister, right before we started camp, came and asked for some coke. You know, we gave her a word. She took a fire. She, you know what I'm saying? She took some knowledge and she got on. But same thing, you know, she came and asked for some coke at first.
Brother, it's not even about that. Like, you're gonna ask this for some drugs to get. That's gonna last you what, an hour? I'm gonna get into it. All this is gonna touch on my lesson. Trust me.
That's right.
But what you got? Yes, right there.
Sirach 39:1. But he that giveth his mind to the law
Exactly. Give your mind to the law. Read.
of the Most High, and is occupied in the meditation thereof,
Exactly. Occupying the meditation of the law. Read.
will seek out the wisdom of all the ancient.
Exactly. Seek out the wisdom of all the ancients, which is the law, the Torah, the 5 books of Moses. That's the wisdom of the ancients. That's the Most High's law that given to the nation of Israel. For us to be righteous. Go ahead.
And be occupied in prophecy.
Be occupied in what?
Prophecy.
In prophecy. Don't be begging for money. Be occupied in prophecies. Because prophecies are what's going to get us out of this place. Because it's already prophesied what's going to happen to our whole nation. You're either going to be part of the 1/3 or a 2/3. Choose a side. Very simple. 2 and 14.
He will keep the sayings of the known men.
Keep the sayings of a renowned men. Read.
And where subtle parables are, he will be there also.
Exactly. Where subtle parables are, he's going to be there also. Like when Yahushua spoke, he spoke in parables a lot. And he gave the breakdown to his disciples. We'll get into that as well. Go ahead.
He will give his heart
Uh-huh.
to restore early
Exactly. He don't give his heart to restore early. He's talking about his mind. Read.
to the Most High
Exactly. Go ahead.
that made it, and will pray before the Most High.
Go ahead.
It will make it will open his mouth in prayer
He's going to open our mouth and pray and do what?
and make supplication for sins.
Uh-huh. He's going to make supplication. He's going to plead for our sins. Read.
When the great Yahweh will he shall be filled.
Read that part again.
When the great power will he shall be filled
Yeah, he's going to be filled. Read.
with the spirit of understanding.
Yeah, we're going to be filled with spirit of understanding these scriptures and prophecies. Read.
He shall pour out wise sentences
Uh-huh.
and give thanks unto the Most High
Read.
in his prayer.
Go ahead.
He shall direct his counsel
He's going to direct his counsel. Read.
and knowledge,
Uh-huh.
and in his secrets he shall meditate.
Exactly. And the secret, we're going to meditate on these secrets of these prophecies. Go ahead.
He shall shew forth that which he had learned.
Uh-huh. We're going to show for what we learned. That's why we're on the streets right now. We do videos, sit-down classes, different little breakdowns in between the camps and whatnot. Is that it?
And shall glory in the law,
We're going to glory in
the law
what? We're going to glory in the law. Read.
of the covenant of the Most High.
That's our covenant. That's our hero.
Verse 9. Many shall commend his understanding,
Many don't come and commend our understanding because they don't know the Bible like us. Read.
and so long as the world endureth,
Uh-huh.
it shall not be blotted out.
Exactly. As long as the world endures, it's not going to be blotted out. And obviously it says the world's never going to pass away. Read.
His memorial shall not depart away,
Exactly. This world not going to be part away. That's going to be remembered in the earth. Read.
and his name shall live from generation to generation.
Exactly. You want to do this work and do the righteous things before God, He's going to make so your name stands forever. Is that it?
Nations shall shoot forth
Uh-huh.
his wisdom, and the congregation shall declare his praise.
Exactly. The congregation will declare the Most High's praise.
If he died,
Uh-huh. If he died, what?
he shall leave a greater name than 1,000.
Uh-huh. Exactly. He's going to die in this truth. He's going to leave a greater name than 1,000 people. Read.
And if he live,
Uh-huh.
he shall increase it.
Yeah, you're going to increase it even more. So people in this truth that's doing this work, people getting knowledge on a daily basis. I remember we was in New York. We was in New York with Chief. We was in a random subway. We was walking through, we was waiting for the train. Girl runs up to him like, oh my God, you're on YouTube. Taking pictures with him like he's a celebrity. And everybody else don't know a damn thing. It's his sister, obviously. So I'm like, hey, Chief is popular.
I need to go to my whorehouse. I need to go to the whorehouse in the Christian church. I need to
Exactly, exactly. He was doing the scene today. That's all. He actually don't want to stand up in front of the spirit, but the spirit is not going to allow him to stand up to us. That's it. Is that it? You need, yeah, Baruch 2 and 14 and 18.
Come on.
Hey man, cocaine's a hell of a drug. Go ahead. That's right.
Baruch chapter 2, verse 14.
Uh-huh.
Here are our prayers, O Lord,
Hear our prayers, O Yahweh. Read.
and our petitions,
Uh-huh.
and deliver us from our own sake.
Exactly. And deliver us from our own sake. Because we know how to get our own way. So like I said, 2/3 of us got to be put to death. 1/3 going to be saved in these last days. Read.
That's right. And give us favor in the sight of them which have led us away.
Exactly. Give us favor in the sight of this, not let us away. Most people have led us away, whether it's our parents, whether it's our wife or our kids for the most part. If you're not savvy enough as an adult, some parents live with their children, which is, neither here nor there. But you got to honor your mother and father as it says, but still, they might be steering you away from the truth. You still got to obey them in a certain aspect. Read that part again.
This is the book of Baruch, chapter 2, verse 14.
Uh-huh.
Hear our prayers, O Lord, and our petitions.
Go ahead.
Deliver us from our own sake.
Go ahead.
Give us favor in sight of them that have led us away. Let all the earth may know that thou art the Lord, Yahweh.
Exactly. All the earth will know that he's the Lord Yahweh. Read.
Because Israel and its prosperity is called by thy name.
Exactly. Called by Yahweh's name. Prince of the power. Yahshua. Read.
Verse 16.
Uh-huh.
O Lord, look down from thy holy house,
Read.
and consider us. Bow down thou ear, O Lord, to hear us.
Bow down and ear to hear us. Read.
Open thy eyes, behold, for the dead that are in the graves, whose souls are taken from bodies,
Go ahead.
will give unto the Lord neither praise nor righteousness.
We can't praise the Most High in the grave. We got to do it while we're living. Read.
But the soul that is greatly vexed, which goeth stooping and feeble,
Exactly. We vexed and stupid and feeble. We at the lowest state. Read.
and eyes that fail,
Eyes that fail. Read.
and the hungry soul
would
would give thee praise and righteousness, O
Exactly.
O Lord.
We at the lower state. We're going to give the Most High the utmost praise for the most part because He woke us up. And secondly, because we know the promises that are given to us. And what we got to do to obtain it. Read that part again.
And the hungry soul will give praise and righteousness, O Lord. Therefore we do not make our humble supplication before thee.
No, read the other part again.
But the soul that is greatly vexed, which goeth stooping and feeble,
Go ahead.
and the eyes that faileth,
Go ahead.
and the hungry soul that give thee praise and righteousness,
Yeah,
O
the hungry
Lord.
soul give praise and righteousness. Even though we're in a vexed state and we're in a lower state, we don't still praise your house.
That's right.
Go ahead.
Therefore we do not make our humble supplication before thee, O Lord, our Yahweh, for the righteousness of our fathers and our kings. For thou hast sent out thy wrath and indignation upon us.
Exactly. Most High sent wrath and indignation upon us. We don't want to listen to it. That's what I was talking. Go ahead.
As thou hast spoken by the servants the prophets, saying,
Exactly. The prophet said what?
Thus saith the Lord,
Read.
bow down thou shoulders and serve the king of Babylon.
That's all. That's 19.
That's a man.
Yeah, of course it is. Damn training. Ecclesiastes 4, 8-13.
Proverbs 23:17. Let not thy heart envy sinners.
Don't envy sinners. Even though we're vexed and a little state, you can't envy sinners. Read.
But be thou in fear of the Most High all the days.
Be in fear of the Most High all the days. Read.
For surely there is an end of and thine expectation shall be cut off. Hear thou, my son, be wise and guide thine heart. Be not amongst winebibbers,
Be amongst wine givers. Read.
amongst righteous eaters of flesh. For the drunkard and the glutton shall come to poverty.
Yeah, he's going to come to poverty. He's going to eat up everything and drink everything and get drunk. He's going to come to poverty. He's spending all your money on the wrong thing.
And drowsiness shall clothe a man with rags.
Go ahead. 29.
Verse 29. Who hath woe?
Who had destruction?
Who hath sorrow? Who hath contention?
Go ahead.
Who hath babbling?
Go ahead.
Who hath wounds without cause?
Who has one without cause? Of course, you cause your own trouble.
Who hath redness of eyes? They that tarry long at wine.
Go ahead.
Wine.
Exactly. You want to drink wine forever? Go ahead.
They that go seek mixed wine. Look not thou upon the wine when it is red,
Go ahead.
when it giveth this color in the cup,
Go ahead.
when it moveth itself upright. At the last it biteth like a serpent and stingeth like an adder.
Exactly. You want to drink too much wine, it's going to bite you in the ass. Pardon my French. Read.
Thine eyes shall behold strange women,
Exactly. Strange women, different doctrines. Read.
and thine heart shall utter perverse things.
Exactly. You want to drink all these different wine